Jeff Wittek sues David Dobrik in a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. In court docs obtained by ET, Jeff seeks $10 million in damages related to his injuries from a stunt they filmed together in 2020.
The Jeff thing is the f***ing worst. The worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Jeff was once part of David's quote,
and I've heard other people say a lawsuit is the worst thing that ever happened to them. I may consider them lucky because there's a lot worse things than a lawsuit that could happen to you, but a lawsuit is definitely a devastating thing, especially if you're not prepared for it.
Dog Squad collaborating on viral videos, many featuring celebrity appearances.
It's not it! Oh my God, it's not it! Oh my God!
While others focused on potentially dangerous activities. In one such stunt filmed in June 2020, Jeff was tied to an excavator operated by David. In the lawsuit filing, Jeff alleges David spun the construction equipment at unsafe speeds, leading Jeff to collide with the excavator. David
The internet brings out the stupid in so many people.
actually shared footage of the incident to YouTube, but the post has since been removed.
How long till I can fight?
Jeff claims he suffered a broken skull, facial fractures, and eye damage. The court docs cite general negligence on David's part. As a result, Jeff alleges his injuries impacted him financially due to hospital bills and turning down job opportunities. ET has reached out to both Jeff and David for comment. Jeff has chronicled his recovery on social media, like this post from February, where Jeff said he completed his 9th surgery.
It appears the issue comes down to one of consent. If you agree to engage in certain dangerous activities, you may assume the risk that you're going to get hurt. Now, if this was a situation where Jeff agreed to a certain activity, but David took it too far and went beyond that, then David should be held liable.
I've been protecting this guy for so long, and there's so much more to the story.
The two have been vocal.
Oh, there's always more to the story. My clients have never, actually I had one client tell me that they were in the wrong, but pretty much every client sticks to their story and has a view that the legal system did not treat them fairly if they end up losing.
About the incident on their respective platforms. In February, Jeff didn't mince words on his podcast.
I just want to tell the truth finally. Like I gave this motherfucker so many chances. I woke up from surgery and a day goes by, no text from him. Another day goes by, no text.
At one point, Jeff references a potential lawsuit, months before eventually filing one against David.
Imagine you smash somebody's skull in. They take it on the chin. They don't sue you. They don't press charges. I would nearly died. I came an inch from death and an inch from going blind.
The following month, David reflected on his podcast.
I wish it was me up there. I wish whatever. It's the most unfortunate thing ever. And I think, and it's an accident. That's what it was. It's an accident.
David reiterates his claim that the
And whether something was an accident or was intentional is going to have a huge effect on the outcome of the case. If it was an accident, you have to compensate for somebody for the harm that you caused. If it was intentional, you can also get punitive damages, which may far exceed the actual financial loss that occurred.
stunt was actually Jeff's idea.
I think one of the main reasons Jeff is bummed with me right now is because he saw me do an interview where I said something that I promised him I'd keep between us. He's like, can you promise me one thing? And I said, what? And he's like, can you just promise that no one ever knows that this was my idea?
As David tells it, he remains torn up about the whole thing.
And sometimes lawsuits are fueled by reasons other than what appears on paper.
And accepts a certain level of responsibility.
He got hurt because I was driving. That's it. And I know that. That'll be the biggest regret of my life, my entire life. I really hope there's not a moment that I regret as much as that one.
Well, it does make a great news story. I'm sorry that Jeff got hurt, but it looks like he's recovered nicely. Two social media influencers feuding over them both engaging in some stupid activity, it looks like. It's gonna get a lot of headlines. Do I think they'll end up getting $10 million out of David? Probably not. What's gonna happen with this case most likely? Same thing that happens with every case, settlement. 99% cases end up settling. It's just a matter of how much leverage each one has. Jeff has his arguments, David has his defenses. Does David also have his assets protected? Well, I sure, for his sake, hope he does. Time will tell.